Welcome to a Trekzone conversation at Supanova for 2019 here in Brisbane. And I tell you what, it is going to be huge. But today, it's a takeover. Keeley's got an interview with Deborah Ann Woll.
Now, in its 7th year of podcasting, Trekzone presents a Trekzone conversation with your host, Matt Miller.
Hi, my name is Deborah Ann Woll. I played Karen Page on Daredevil and The Punisher and The Defenders. I also played Jessica Hamby on True Blood, and I'm a big Dungeons & Dragons nerd. So you can check out my D&D series, Relics and Rarities, on YouTube. How's that for an introduction?
That's amazing.
Has most of the stuff.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't allowed to watch True Blood.
Well, were you young?
I was. I think I was like
that would be
14.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Don't tell my mum.
I won't.
But I watched...
Mom, don't listen to this.
I watched the first season by myself, and I was like, well, this is a bit confronting.
It
is. It was so much fun.
I've realized that you should always make huge confessions on tape.
Yes.
That's the best place to make confessions.
Because then she can't get mad at me because I'm doing, what I'm studying to do as well. So,
yeah.
I know. And then I think Daredevil was my favorite.
Oh,
but
cool.
Not to say anything to Charlie,
all right.
but The Punisher was better.
Oh, no. Well, I'm not allowed to pick favorites.
No.
And I don't have favorites either. But yes, I mean, I think when we brought John onto Daredevil, we all so loved having him, and it was sort of inevitable that he would spin off and have something of his own. And I was just really tickled that they invited me along as well, because that relationship between Frank Castle and Karen Page was, it was so strong and such an interesting thing to play with, and it was something that was unique from the comic books. They had never interacted in the comic book world, so it felt like it was really ours.
Yes, I think I've read a couple of comics because I started, but then I, was a high schooler and I didn't have my own money.
Sure.
So the movies and the TV shows were how I got into Marvel, and then finding Karen Page, I think it was mostly due to you as well, that she became one of my favorite characters, and like to see them on the big screen, but
yeah, we'll see.
You never know. The cancellations, Netflix taking off the Marvel series, but to bring them to Disney Plus, how was that? Did they? I don't know if you can say anything, but
well, I mean, I'm not like withheld from saying anything. I honestly don't know anything. I'm hired by people to come and do the job of acting Karen Page, and I try to do it to the best of my ability, and so many decisions and conversations are happening at a level that I'm not privy to, so I have to trust that they all knew what they were doing, and there are strong reasons for why decisions are made. Certainly I was disappointed. I loved playing Karen, and I had more story I wanted to tell for her, and I was excited about what I'd heard the writers wanted to do. So yeah, I was sorry to have lost that world and not get to play with those friends anymore. And in terms of a future of it, also still way above my pay grade.
Yes, so if Disney ever, Disney Plus asked you to come back as Karen, or maybe, I don't know, in another series, would you maybe say yes?
I mean, look, I loved working with both companies. Netflix and Marvel and Disney were all, fantastic bosses to have. So I would certainly consider it. It's really just about time and availability. Like, it's fun entertainment, but it's also my job. So I can't just be unemployed. I have to keep looking for work. So it's really about that. It's about, if they want to do something more with these characters or with us as those characters, they just have to find a time when all of us are available to do it.
Yes.
Yeah, free.
Is it your first time coming to Australia as a whole, or?
So I've been to Australia twice before, but really just Sydney and that area. So this is the first time I'm seeing some of the rest of the country, which is cool. And yeah, the fans here have been fantastic. They've been really sweet. I like that this convention, it's not small by any means, but it's certainly intimate. It definitely feels like I'm able to talk to fans and hear their questions and really look them in the eye and get to know who they are, which at some of the bigger conventions you have to move through so quickly that you don't get that same time.
Yeah. It's good because we like having a lot of, because we're so far away.
Yes.
You know, and it's really nice when people like such as yourself come out.
Oh,
and,
I'm glad to hear that, because I think about that and I go, you know, shows are international now. When we make a show in the States, it's not just for the States, it's for the world. And we have so many fans and people who love the work far away. And I go, oh, it's too bad we'd never get there to meet you all. So I'm whenever I come, I like to do conventions that are international specifically for that reason, to sort of represent the show and say, hey, we know you're out there and we love you too.
We see you.
We see you. We know
so
you.
far, but it's there. Yeah. So
any burning questions?
I don't know. See, then I stumble over words.
What will your mother do to you now that she knows that you disobeyed her command to not watch True Blood as a child?
I don't know. I think she'll be like, that's iffy. But
Will she ground you? No.
No. Even if she did,
She won't take your allowance?
No,
or,
it's all right. I work, so.
But she could like back pay. You know,
this
like,
is true. It's
you
all
might
right.
owe her money for.
Just don't give her ideas.
Sorry.
It's all right. I'm half dressed for work now, as it is.
Miss Keeley's mom, don't listen to anything that I've just said now.
Shh. Don't make it obvious. Goodness.
Well, Deborah, there we go. A takeover from Keeley. She appears in the background, or she has been appearing in the background of podcasts for the last 6 years. So I really appreciate your time. Really appreciate the Keeley takeover.
Yeah, me too. I loved it.
Taking a bit of time to... We warmed her up there and she was getting a bit excited.
She's very
towards the end.
easy to tease and she's got the cutest little giggle. So that was really fun for me.
I know, I have to live with her. She's my sister. It's terrible.
You get to live with her.
I get... Oh, okay.
Yes.
All right. Fair enough. Well, Deborah, as I said, thank you so much for your time and enjoy the rest of Supanova.
My pleasure. Thank you so much.
You can get social with Trekzone. Australia's unofficial home of Star Trek is everywhere you are. Get the wrap up on our Facebook page. Keep in the loop on Twitter and relive Trek episodes on Instagram. Just search for Trekzone.